time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Anderson Varejao?
Well, I think what Varejao tries to do is wear down his opponent both mentally and physically. He gets in your head with his constant movement and his bumping and grabbing, but he also really understands what he's trying to do offensively, which is roll to the rim, catch the ball on the move, and finish plays either in transition or in offensive rebounding situations.
Yeah, you know what? It goes beyond bump. He'll make you work wherever he is on the floor by boxing you out, hustling for loose balls and things like that. When you have to guard Varejao, there is no letting up for him. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against Philadelphia. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive, equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team effort level.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different high level.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Nuggets.
They ran away with that game, Kevin, mostly thanks to their play at the offensive end.
That's exactly right, guys. There was crisp movement by the players and the ball throughout that game, and they got a lot of high-quality shots as a result.
A nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Blatt. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And it's very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
The shot's good from LeBron.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Duncan. Unloads from 9. Shot's good. Duncan's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
And that one's good for him.
Plans to star in a movie. Even helped develop a TV series based on his life story a little while back. So he's exploring various avenues of self-expression.
Here's Green. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia. Passes it to Leonard. The feed now to Duncan. Another shot. Up and in on the layup.
They have got to put a body of their last 5 baskets. 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
And here is Parker. After the three-pointer from Amon Shumpert. He feeds it to Duncan. 6 to shoot. Outside Leonard. Shot is blocked. Irving against Parker. Irving attacking. So they take the lead. Irving's got 5. Warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Love against Green. Love dishes to Shumpert. And another three for Cleveland.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at San Antonio. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
You know, checking out San Antonio, they've really wasted no time. I mean, they've already shown themselves to be in mid-season.
This first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
There's the screen. Feeds to bottom. No good on the three. Marion outside. Good if it goes. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for San Antonio, Corey Joseph is out there with Bellinelli. And there's Anderson. Then it's Matt Bonner. And it's Ayers in at the center position. Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be. Kind of a mess all season, quite honestly.
James here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, going into last year's NBA Finals, Tim Duncan gave the Heat some bulletin board material. He said, quote, "We're happy that it's them," and promised, quote, "We have 4 more games to win. We'll do it this time." A rare show of bravado, but his teammates will tell you, beneath his icy exterior, he's one of the most competitive people you'll ever meet. Kevin, he's got the championships to prove it.
They redeemed themselves, Doris, and now look to repeat. Thanks. And for missing.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Tony Parker.
Took advantage of some.
Parker outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bulls. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Cleveland in second place.
You know, I think for the Cavaliers, there's always one Cinderella team in the NBA each year, it seems. And this year, it looks like they're it.
Yeah, for sure. But I know they don't like to hear that talk, Clark, because they'll tell you that they thought they were going to be good from day one.
Here's Shumpert. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And Shumpert kicks to Love. A 3. Another miss. Pass to Duncan. Back to Parker. Outside Leonard. Goes back up. And the layup is good. 6 points for Tim Duncan.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And the shot is long.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot though.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
What a pass, and then the layup. Shaky day for him thus far. They could stretch this lead out.
Diaw dishes to Parker. Into Tim Duncan. And he bangs it home with one hand.
up high and down hard with the one-hand.
Got control of the game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
There's the three. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers lead by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. You know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Verejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to...
It's tipped, and he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 24 points.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
For the 3. And it's Shumpert again, missing. Spurs trail by 18. Parker with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Parker double-teamed. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got 8 points.
In the fast break tonight.
Now here's Marion. He has 5. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's where you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
And here's Miller outside. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. We're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. So we'll see how much things change up here. Spurs trail by 14. On the floor for San Antonio. Bellinelli and Leonard are on the wings. Austin Day is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Anderson in at the point guard position. Day connects from three-point range. Day's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here to the Spurs. On its way from Irving for 2. Verejao's shot is good. Spurs shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Day kicks to Bellinelli. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. It's tipped. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Anderson with the ball. And it's slammed in by Diaw.
LeBron James, I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you...
Second. I remember last season when Tyson Chandler had remarks about Love's defense, and Love just brushed it off. It's something he's heard before and has followed him even in his rise to the highest ranks of the NBA.
And I think it's been a bit of an over...
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2 in the first half.
The drive by Green. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. And shot on the way. LeBron with another miss. And here's Duncan. Outside, Green. Back to Parker. They could win it. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight games.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.